On November 3rd, you can help break a world record at USU by joining Big Blue as he meets the challenge and attempts to break the world record for the most hugs given by a mascot character in 20 minutes. The event, Hug Across the World, will be held on the quad from 12 to 2 on Wednesday, November 3rd, and is a student fundraiser for the SEED program. Help Big Blue break the record. To participate, buy a lapel pin at the TSC ticket office or at the event table on November 3rd. Pins are just $3 for USU students, $5 for others. It'll be fun. Help Big Blue break the record.
I came up with the idea for hugging Big Blue to break a world record with the help of my husband. He suggested that maybe we break a world record for our project. So I searched, found one for the most hugs given to a character mascot in 20 minutes, and I thought it sounded right up Big Blue's alley. So I thought it'd be a really fun project to do. It was really important to me that we appeal to the masses in this project and not feel like we were begging for businesses all the time, because I have been in a business setting for about the last 8 years, and I know that in a tough economic time it is kind of hard sometimes for businesses to come up with extra charitable donations. So I really wanted to do something that we could do that we could get everybody excited about, appeal to the masses, spread the cost out over a lot of people, and we were successful. So hey, it worked. One other thing that I did, I had quite a few networks that I called in. I was talking to my boss when I first had the idea to try to figure out how to schedule Big Blue, because the whole project sort of hinged on that. And he actually knew somebody up at the athletics department. He made a call for me. He was just as excited as I was about the whole project. The ball went rolling from there. We got the lady that schedules Big Blue. The same thing happened at the radio station. I had talked to a lady that I knew there, my advertising rep, and she got excited about it and got the radio on board and ended up getting us a free live remote broadcast, which is a fairly significant fee generally. She wrote us some free ads, and they also did some public service announcements. So that was most of my contributions to the project.
Hey, do you want some chocolate? Because they're hugs. You know why? Because we're going to hug Big Blue. Because did you know Big Blue wants a hug from you? Yes, you! So what we're going to do is we're going to break the world record for the most hugs given to a mascot in a 20-minute period. So Big Blue has offered his time, talents, and hug abilities to break this world record. So what we're doing, we're selling these pins right here. Check out all these pins right here. So check this out. It says, a hug across the world. I hugged Big Blue, broke a world record, and helped someone across the world. Because all the proceeds go to the SEED program, which helps with microloans for people in developing countries to start a business. So it's like when we're hugging Big Blue to break this world record, it's like we're giving a hug to that little Peruvian dude that just wants to start a hot dog stand. So these pins are awesome too.
In our planning process, it became clear that we were going to need a product that we could actually sell, because it's kind of hard to get college students to just fork out dollars, even if it's only $3. So we went through a couple ideas. We first thought about having a paper ticket that they could bring to the event, and then we thought about t-shirts, but the cost was just too high. And then we talked about stickers, but those are kind of temporary and they get wrinkled and lost, and so we tried to think of something that people could keep forever, that would be a keepsake and a memorabilia for the event that they were a part of, that they broke a world record and they had something to show for it. So I came up with the idea to do a pin, a little button pin, and we sold those, and it also helped us advertise for our event, because we had, when people bought them, put them on their backpacks. And so around campus they were seen everywhere, and even now that it's after our event I still see them and it makes me smile, because I'm like, hey, I designed that, it's kind of cool. And it also helped a lot because my mother-in-law actually owns a small business down in Layton, and so with her connections we were able to get the pins at a cost that we could afford, so that we could still raise as much money as we could for SEED without having a high startup cost.
Hi, welcome to our office. This is where we do all of our business for our project. The SEED here. Well, for my part of the project, I built the website. The website has 3 main pages and about half a dozen links. There's a link to the Facebook page, a link to PayPal, and also a link to a guest book for people to just comment on our project. There's a map to the event site, and there's all the information on here that would be necessary for a person who didn't know what the event was about to learn.
One of my contributing factors to the project, and what we decided as a group for a marketing ploy, was to get a lot of the students involved on campus because they were going to be the main ones to do the hugging of Big Blue and to buy the pins. So we thought a good idea would be to make a Facebook page, since Facebook is all the rave these days with all the kids our age, and we figured that was the best way to get them to know about the event and come to the event and be reminded consistently of when and where this is going to happen. So the other thing that I helped contribute to was we decided to hand out hot chocolate on the day of the event. We were thinking that it being in November, November 3rd, that it might be a little cooler, you know, people would want to warm up on the cold day and have hot chocolate. It didn't work out too well. It turned out to be about 65 degrees. So when we originally planned to sell it, we kind of just gave it away. That way we could get rid of the hot chocolate and move it quicker, and anybody who gave him a hug could come up and get hot chocolate. It also worked well because people came up and got the hot chocolate and then were interested in what we were doing. So while we didn't sell any hot chocolate, we got a lot more people involved and people asking questions about the hugs that we were going to do in the event coming up. So while it didn't work out, we did a good job as a group of convening and deciding something on the spot to do different, and it worked out pretty well.
Business is all about fulfilling a need, right? And successful business happens when you can fulfill a need and turn a profit. And I guess the textbook talks about it and calls it a core competency. My dad's always called it finding a niche within a business, something that you can do either better than everyone else or cheaper than everyone else. And we needed a reason substantial enough to get cheap college students to, you know, give up some of their money to support a great cause. So, and I guess that would be the niche that we needed. And so I approached many of the teachers here in the Huntsman School of Business and solicited their support by offering students who participated in Hug Across the World extra credit, and that created the need. I mean, what student doesn't want extra credit? And they were willing to help out a great program because of it.
Yay, $9.99, 1,000. Oh, hi, accountant here. Just a little knowledge of how we kept records, kept track of all our money within the group from our event that we did. Here I have an Excel file that's our master record. Everyone reported their funds to me. And these papers here, these records, are each individual's individual record as to how many pins they sold, whether it was a general admission pin for individuals, or whether it was a $3 student discount pin, or whether it was just a donation from some generous person. And we were able to tie these records together, compare them to make sure that no one was committing any fraud, keeping any money to themselves, and that way everything was straight and tied out.
Throughout our entire project, communication was very important to everyone. The second we knew that we were in a group, we started sitting next to each other in class so that we could talk about our project. We were always passing ideas back and forth before and after class, and the best way that we found to stay in contact with each other was we sent emails, and we had a group email going of well over 200 emails back and forth, and that allowed everyone to stay on top of things and allowed everyone to know what was going on in case they were running a little late or couldn't make it. Also, because we had so many different projects going on with contacting the radio station and finding people to donate and selling pins and all that sort of stuff. Being able to communicate with each other through emails and texts really allowed us to know what was going on and stay on top of things. Also, we worked really hard at selling the pins, but we also wanted some businesses to help donate. My parents' business donated $100 to help us achieve this goal, and we found that the companies that did donate really enjoyed the idea of breaking a world record and helping out a wonderful program like SEED.
My name's Jennifer. I was in charge of making thank you cards for those that helped us with our project. Since we didn't have a lot of businesses sponsor our program, we decided to make thank you cards for those individuals that did help, such as the people at the radio station. Wendy's mom did a lot of help with making the pins, Big Blue, and of course the teachers that gave us extra credit for selling the pins. I also am helping make it the scrapbook from pictures from throughout our event, from meetings, and also the newspaper articles that were published. I was in charge of kind of helping people get to the event and really get excited about it. At the event, I went around with Lily and Lucy, these two cute little girls, and we went and basically yelled at people to come to the event. That helped a lot because it got people like, hey, like, what's going on? They wanted to come over and see what was happening, and because it was a pretty cool, pretty big group of people hugging Big Blue. So that was a lot of fun. Could have gone a little smoother if we'd had more organization with that. Maybe put them in a more open spot that more traffic was going through, but in the end it worked out really good.
2, 1, go! Yeah! Get on these hugs! Come on!
You ready? Let's go! Yeah! For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
How did you hear about Hug Across the World?
So I heard about it on campus. I also heard on the radio.
Some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go. Who the hell is he anyway?
Currently the only one doing this that we know of right now. The record is currently held by Mario.
Many misjudge him cause he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, got a picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of an artist. This is 20%.
Did you know Big Blue wants a hug from you? Yes, you!
He was ill. Who would have thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Why you had the stupidest verses? Dude, is the truth. Everybody giving them guest spots. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50%.
We walked into a challenge of 172 hugs. I thought that was pretty feasible. When we left, we ended with 959 hugs. We closed those ones.
8 years in the making, patiently waiting to blow. Now the record with your notice taking over the globe. He's got a partner in crime, his is equally dope. You won't believe the kind of that comes out of this kid's throat. He's not your everyday on the block. He knows how to work with what he's got, making his way to the top. He often gets a comment on his name. People keep asking him, was it given that birth that doesn't stand for an acronym? No, he's living proof. Let him rock in the booth. He'll get you buzzing quicker than a shot of vodka with juice. Him and his crew are known around as one of the best. Dedicated to what they do and give 100%. Forget Mike. Nobody really knows how or why he works so hard. It seems like he's never got time because he writes every note and he writes every line. And I've seen him at work when that light goes on in his mind. It's like a design is written in his head every time before he even touches a key or speaks in a rhyme. And those other fellas he runs with, the kids that he signed, ridiculous. Without even trying, how do they do this?
1,000. Oh, hi.
Concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated.
Loved it. I feel so happy right now.
And you help someone across the world. How's that make you feel?
Even better, right? Like, you give hugs, you get hugs. It's great.
M. Shinoda, styles of beyond.